All right. Welcome to the Blueprint, episode 4. Today we're going to talk about our big win over Burke, some predictions we have against Lincoln Southeast, Coach Yonk's keys to success, and then, just talk about Lincoln Southeast a little bit. All right, so today we had a big win over Burke on Friday, 42-0. We definitely started off strong. It kind of felt like we were playing a JV team, but again, like I said, we stayed hungry. That's kind of one of the things we need to keep doing. We looked like we were having a lot of fun out there. It looked like there's people that come over and jump on my trampoline. It was like they were just messing around, having fun, but that's definitely one of the things we need to keep doing. We need to keep having fun, but at the same time, we also need to stay hungry and stay serious for this week against Lincoln Southeast.
Yeah, for sure. I think we need to. I mean, it's a top 10 matchup, both ranked teams. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I've heard good things about Lincoln Southeast, and I've also heard bad things. So who knows?
Yeah, I've heard some guys tell me that the film isn't looking too great, but at the same time, I mean, that could be said about anyone any given week. So, we've also one thing we're probably going to struggle with. Maybe we're going to struggle with is we had a few injuries. I know last week we had talked about Henry Trasinski. He's done. He messed up his shoulder. He had a really good game against DeSmet, and then in probably the second quarter of the game against Burke, he got hurt.
Yeah.
So it's kind of we need to find who that next man up is. Got to have somebody to kind of be a leader.
Who do you think it'll be? I think probably Corrigan will take over that spot.
Corrigan will take
or maybe
over that
Miles.
spot.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, is Miles is he a linebacker?
Yeah.
Okay.
He starts linebacker also.
Because I know Henry played outside linebacker.
Yeah, they're gonna have to slide one of them over.
Because I know our middle linebackers probably stay the same. It's Mike and who else?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Our outside linebackers were Trosh and Angelo, but
Yeah.
I bet Corrigan will be able to get in there. One thing that Lincoln Southeast, I know by looking at their stats, has been struggling with is they kind of been shuffling between QBs and they can't really find a groove offensively. Their passing game is not great from what I've seen stat-wise, but like Coach Yonk said, going to have to control the run game.
Yep.
They're going to be really run-heavy, kind of like how we are, but our defense needs to come through strong this week.
Yeah, this will be a good test to see how our run defense is this year. I mean, we saw it a little bit. DeSmet had a really good running back, and our run defense did pretty well. They stayed strong, but we'll see. It'll be another test this week.
Yeah.
And that brings us into Coach Yonk's 3 keys to success against Lincoln Southeast. First one is turnovers. So let's notice he's mentioned that every single week. So that must be something pretty big that they're preaching in practice, just keeping the turnovers down, especially with Jack Lemmer's a little inexperienced.
I feel like Jack's been doing a pretty good job, though.
Yeah, he
hasn't been turning the ball over, and then
no, he hasn't.
we haven't had, knock on wood, we haven't had any fumbles this year. So
yeah,
we're looking pretty good. Angelo's been tearing it up at running back too. So
yep, 4 touchdowns, averaging 2 a game.
He's averaging 150 yards, something like that.
Yeah,
he's doing great. Another one that he said we need to do is control the clock on offense. It's, again, another thing that he's been preaching so far to us all season. I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've probably been preaching that for a while, so it's pretty locked into their head that they need to keep the clock in their hands while they have the ball, and they've shown that they've been doing good at it.
Yeah. Another one that he said is how I had mentioned earlier is stopping the running game of Lincoln Southeast. I know they're really run heavy, and they have a pretty solid running back. I don't know how their O-line is, but I mean, let's look back here. Can you take over for a second?
Yeah. What are you looking back on?
What their scores were on the last couple games.
I know they beat Lincoln Southwest like 27-3 or something like that. But I heard that Lincoln Southeast only scored 3 points through 4 quarters against a team who was 0-2. So we'll see. We'll see how it is this week. But
Okay, give me a sec here. All right, so yeah, they're 2-0, but so far they've played Grand Island. They won 30-0, and then Lincoln Southwest they won 26-9.
Yeah. So
I mean, let's check the box score. In
I mean, it
these
looks like
games.
their defense is pretty good though. They've allowed 9 points all season.
That's true. We've let up what?
I mean, 35
30,
against DeSmet.
35, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm not signed in. I mean, it must be mostly passing or not passing, mostly rushing touchdowns because I went and looked at their quarterback stats and it's not great. I mean, both of their starting quarterbacks are juniors,
Yeah.
and then they have a couple other guys filling in. So
Yeah, they must be really run heavy. Especially one of the keys to success is just keeping the run game down.
yeah.
They have more receiving yards than rushing yards.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, definitely the running game. I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job, even if they do try to pass. I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job with pass defense. We got Saul. He can do a great job with that.
Something to show on this with our injuries on the defense, this shows how much depth we have.
Yeah.
Also, because kids have been getting hurt week in and week out, and then they're still coming out and making big defensive stops, and young guys are stepping up. Older guys are taking over the defense.
I
It's
feel
really
like that's
good.
one of the things we struggled with last year. As
Yeah.
soon as we got an injury, we were just
Done.
at that spot. I know our safety position last year we had a lot of trouble with. We had to bring up some guys who weren't necessarily ready to be playing at the varsity level,
Yeah.
and we kind of struggled with pass defense, and that ended up being our downfall in games like, honestly, like when we played Central last year, right?
Yeah.
We also played Lincoln Southeast at Central last year. We gave up a couple pass touchdowns because I know our safety wasn't really working. He wasn't experienced enough. I mean, this year we have experience. All of our guys are hungry, been putting in the work. And I feel like we're a lot more physical than other teams are this year.
For sure, yeah. I think this team shows that we have a lot better leadership compared to last year.
Yeah,
The seniors are way more bought in than they have been, honestly, in a while.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of that team. Your freshman year, my 8th grade year was.
Yeah.
We had a lot of talent.
Yeah.
A lot of talent. And I kind of feel like we're not necessarily where we were talent-wise, but hunger and, like,
Leadership-wise, I think
Leadership.
we're right there.
yeah, leadership-wise and, like, wanting to win, we're in a pretty similar spot.
Yeah, I think they're just as bought in as any other team in the state. Yeah, for sure.
I'd say we're more bought in than any other team in the
Yeah.
state. We don't have the wow factor that most other teams have. Like, Millard South, you got Jet Tamala committed to Alabama. So there's a lot of, I don't even know how to describe it. We don't have, like, the expectations set super high for us, but I feel like we've been doing a good job of setting the standard for ourselves and setting a high bar for ourselves instead of having somebody else set it for us.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something Millard South has, is they have somebody else set the bar high for them. Like when they went and played in Vegas and beat that team or whatever, that kind of shows that I don't even know if it's necessarily they have more hunger than us. It's talent-wise, they're stacked. They're like a super team. That's kind of what people have been saying about Westside too. In the last couple of years, Westside has been a state championship contender,
Yeah.
and I feel like this year we can kind of give them a run for their money. We have way more grit than we did last year.
Yeah, for sure. Kids are more bought in than they have been in a while.
Yeah. I feel like that kind of plays into the culture that we have here. And it's not even just for football. We have like our culture for every other sport. We got soccer, baseball, basketball. I think that's kind of one of the things they always kind of preach is like we need to be us. Be
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Kind of goes into the prep as nobody mantra also.
Yeah, I know Coach Yonka kind of said that was going to be our mantra this year. That prep has nobody, but it's not. That's not true. Like,
No, it's not. I think it makes them play with a chip on their shoulder, and it
Yeah.
kind of gives them that advantage almost.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the shirts, I kind of thought they were a little corny, but I mean,
I
whatever.
like them.
if it works, I mean, why not? I know guys kind of been wearing them to workouts. Kind of he
Under
like
their
he's
pads, at
under their
practice.
pads. He said he was gonna make it like kind of their
Mantra.
thing this year, their mantra this year, and I feel like they've been doing a good job staying true to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been good.
like you said, that chip on their shoulder
Yeah,
really
that
matters.
shows they're bought in.
Yep. Forgive me. So also, Burke. Sorry to bring it back to the past, but that was a rough game.
Yeah,
Like, our defense, what do we have? Do we have 2 pick sixes? We
I
had
think
2 and one got called
we-
back.
Yeah, we had
Whew.
2 pick sixes.
Yeah.
Silas Bush and Preston Woodard, both
Woody.
pick sixes.
Woody's been doing a hell of a job this year.
Yeah,
He's great. Defensively, I feel like I said, the pass protection's been great.
yeah, it's been really good. Guys
Uh,
been stepping up, playing both ways. Something they changed this year. I don't know if it was the new coaches wanting to do it or something, but it's been paying off.
Yeah. Our O line looks really good too against Burke.
Yeah,
Not really letting anybody get through. I know Lammers had a lot of time in the pocket, which is good. That's not something that we had last year. I feel like
Yeah.
Tony would get into pass, and he would just have to scramble because he wouldn't have enough time.
I think I saw something Prep Instagram posted, Prep Football, that Tommy had like the most pancake blocks against Burke or something. So we got like a free McDonald's thing of pancakes.
Yeah, doing it for the love of the game.
Yep.
Yep. What else do we got?
I think that's it.
No, what's a hot take for this week against Lincoln Southeast?
Jake Carney's gonna rush for 2 touchdowns.
Is that even really a hot take though? Because I feel like he's kind of been.
Yeah.
He's been our guy for once we get into the 5-yard line there. He's kind of our guy. We just
Yeah, because Angelo does get us up the field. and
Yeah.
then- Fine, I'll go with Angelo rushes for 4 touchdowns then.
wow, that is a hot take. That's a lot. Actually, you know what? I agree with that. Definitely plausible.
Yeah, what's yours?
I got Lammers throwing for over 150 yards.
I like that one too. So that
I
means
guess we'll
big
see.
game for Sheldon then.
Oh, I guess we'll see. Yeah, we also got. I think Brody Austin plays receiver too, but he hasn't been getting the ball as much as Galladay. Galladay's been
Really good.
really good this season. Last year wasn't.
He was just
It's not even close. He's so
Yeah.
much better this year.
yeah, he is.
He's just as fast, but he's more physical, and he's stronger than he was last year.
Yeah. He's getting way more opportunities this year.
Yeah.
Last year he was like wide receiver 3, now he's wide receiver 1.
We were also really run heavy last year. I mean, we're still run heavy this year, but not anywhere close to last year. We had a lot of QB sneaks last year, and I feel like that kind of made us struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the ball was like 2 yards over the line of scrimmage, and it was like Elkhorn a game against Elkhorn South. Tony got lit up, and then we had Lammers come in.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's it. Will you be at the game this weekend?
I will. Will you?
Absolutely. Dad went to Lincoln Southeast, so it's a little bit of a family rivalry going on this week. All right. Well, it's been great. This is Blueprint episode 4. We'll see you next week. How long was that?